When in Thailand, you can't beat visiting one of the amazing floating markets. Every tourist should put this on their bucket list.
And how good is this? Sitting in the canals in Samut Songkhram, eating fresh noodles with fresh pork, beautiful stock, lovely little chicken balls in there, and really fresh noodles. It couldn't be better than this. I think we should travel around.
Samut Songkhram Market is open every day to the public. You can hire a boat for just a few hundred baht and travel around, buying everything from traditional boat noodles to fresh fruit. Transactions on a moving boat, though, needs to be fast, so make sure you carry lots of small notes.
ขวดน้ำมะพร้าวครับเท่าไรครับ
20 บาทค่ะ
20 บาท โอ้ขอโทษครับ
พี่มีแบงค์เล็กไหม
I've got too much money. I've got to get something smaller.
A short journey north of Samut Songkhram is Nakhon Pathom, a lush green fertile area and a wonderful place for me to continue my Thai cooking journey.
We're here at the Sampran Organic Resort, and surrounding me is the most wonderful organic produce, all grown right here. Long eggplants, bananas, lime leaves, you name it, you can pick it. And right behind me is a traditional Thai house. And this one is sort of like Lego. You can take it apart and put it up wherever you like. There's no nails required. It's an absolute masterpiece of Thailand's architecture. I'm going to cook our first dish now using the long eggplant, and I'm going to pick them from this organic garden right over here. A fresh and delicious salad. We call this one Yam Mukher Yao, which is a long eggplant, and these are the ones we picked right here in the organic farm. They're so fresh and crunchy, I can't wait to cook with them. The way we're going to cook these is actually over some hot coal. And this basket is used all the time in Thailand for cooking prawns and meat, vegetables, and they just simply go into the basket and we chuck them on the coal. So we put them on the grill, and it's really important that you watch them closely. What will happen is as they heat up, they expand and they get little splits, but that's actually when you know they're ready. That's when they're perfect. So they're ready now. They've just split down the sides. It's important to let them cool before you peel them. And the smell from the eggplants is really delicious. It smells so nice. Okay, so the next part of the salad, a small amount of water into a hot wok, but don't use too much water. If you use too much, you dilute the flavour of the pork and the prawn. We'll put the pork in first and just give it a few minutes to cook. So the pork is now about half cooked. We'll take the prawns and throw those in as well. We make a dressing for this salad, and the dressing has to be a really traditional Thai dressing. And it's so simple. It's equal parts of something acidic, something sweet and something salty. And once you've got that flavour perfect, any salad in Thailand will taste really, really good. The prawns and the pork are perfect, and we'll just take those out and strain them just to take off the liquid. And we'll let it sit there for a minute. Great. Okay, now to make the dressing. Again, the dressing really simple. We've got some sugar, about a tablespoon of sugar, and those lovely fresh limes. It's important to put the lime juice with the sugar first so that when you're mixing it, the sugar will dissolve. Some fish sauce, again equal parts of fish sauce to the lime juice, so approximately 2 tablespoons for this one. Whisk that together and make sure the sugar does dissolve. So with the sugar dissolved, we're going to add this as the brine of these little pickled garlics. Now the brine is really sweet and flavoursome, and it's got that sort of a subtle garlic flavour. We add that in there, and that's our dressing done. And now for the salad. So we'll just tip off what was strained from the pork and the prawn. These little red shallots have been finely sliced. The red shallots are used in so many salads in Thailand. Very, very sweet. Some fresh coriander, picked into little tiny pieces, really fresh, adds a lot of character to the dish as well. Just give that a quick toss. And then we need to add the dressing. I'll just have a taste first. A touch more lime. And dress it well. Remember, in cooking you can always add, but you can't subtract, so we can add a little bit and then taste it, feel it, and then add some more if you need it. Just a little bit more dressing. Perfect. Okay, now with the long eggplant, we need to peel those now. Just take a knife, take the end off, and when you peel them, just peel them very, very gently. Make sure you don't tear the flesh when you do it. Eggplant's nice and clean, no skin. Just cut them into about 3 centimetre lengths, and we toss those through the salad last because we don't want them to break up. Okay. And give it a mix. When you place it into the bowl, place it gently, make it really appealing. Make sure that you can see the prawn, the pork, and the eggplant really clearly. Simply garnish with some soft poached duck eggs, some little fried dried shrimp, and some fresh baby coriander sprigs.
And there we have it, long eggplant salad, yum ma keur yao. Coming up, I take a tour of the organic riverside farm and cook a crispy basil pork stir fry. Nakhon Pathom is home to the Sampran Riverside, a 70-acre family-run property which is known for preserving Thailand's natural culture and heritage. An amazing location where there is a stunning display of traditional Thai buildings and a 10-acre organic farm that I can get lost in. It's a very special thing for me when I can pick naturally grown produce in a place that's so obviously built out of nothing but care and love.
And just another one of the most amazing locations here in Nakhon Pathom, surrounded by this stunning lake and this incredible banyan tree which has got the aerial roots coming down. Absolutely divine. Can't wait to cook this next dish. We're going to do a chili basil pork, and it's using crispy fried pork. Start with a really fresh piece of pork. This is pork belly. Choose a piece that's about 1 inch thick. It should cook just nice and even from one edge to the other. We place that into some boiling salted water, and we allow that to cook for about 1 hour until it starts to tenderize. After 1 hour, the pork has become nice and tender, and the way you can tell is the skin has become slightly gelatinous. Before we fry it, we need to let it dry, so just let the steam come out naturally, and we prick it with a fork, and make sure you prick it all over really well. What that does is it allows the juice and the moisture inside the pork to come out while it's frying, and it gets really, really crunchy. Then we take a nice sharp knife and cut 2 cuts through the skin of the pork, only about 1/2 centimetre deep, and that will allow you to cut easily next time after it comes out of the fryer. Okay, so we take off the water and then replace with some nice oil. We're using rice bran oil, very commonly used in a lot of Asian cooking. Now, a good temperature for frying any sort of meat is around 180 degrees Celsius, but because the pork's a little bit thicker, I think 160 would be better for this piece of meat right here. So we just place that into the oil and allow that to fry. While the pork's frying, it's really important to keep basting it with the hot oil. That will allow both sides to get crunchy at the same time. So carefully take the pork out of the oil, but then place it onto some paper towel to soak away the excess oil. So we just use that mark that we made before and just cut through the meat. And you can see that it's really succulent. And then we take this piece and we cut it into small pieces that we can put easily through the stir fry. Okay, so preheat the wok. Always cook in a hot wok. Otherwise, all of the moisture will come out of the vegetables and then it will all turn into a soup. So firstly, nice, beautifully sliced pork into a bowl. Some oil into the wok. Now we start with our garlic. Don't be shy with the garlic. Some chili. And again, being pagrapao, which means a chili type dish, we have to have a lot of chili. Then add the long chili, the long green chili. They're not hot chilies, by the way, they're there to add crunch and add a little bit of extra flavour as well. Okay, so we want to keep it nice and crunchy, so don't overcook it. We add a little bit of fish sauce, some oyster sauce, about 2 tablespoons of the oyster sauce, a little bit of white sugar. You could use palm sugar if you wish as well, about a teaspoon. Allow the sauces to cook through the vegetables, and then we do add our meat last. In other dishes, when you're cooking the meat from fresh, you would add it earlier, but because the pork's already crunchy and hot, we add it last so that it maintains its crunch. Some baby spring onions just cut into 3cm battens, and then the holy basil, the basil we picked earlier in the organic garden. Stir that around, and then all we need to do is present it on the plate. It's so lovely to smell all the fresh basil, that holy basil, and the garlic and the chili. And the crispy pork just looks so lovely and succulent. Garnish that with a little bit of basil, the holy basil, and there we have it. This is a pagrapao mugrop, also known in Australia, we call it a chili basil crispy pork.
Thailand has many thousands of people who are passionate and dedicated to preserving the tradition of their performing arts, dance and ceremony. There are also many dedicated people to the care and preservation of one of Thailand's most recognisable animals. Thai elephants are a majestic and peaceful symbol to the country. They're a very respected and loved animal, and here at the Riverside property, orphaned elephants find refuge and sanctuary. Each elephant has a personal caretaker, and together they form a special bond, which is really quite remarkable. If you've been enjoying the dishes we've been cooking on Duncan's Thai Kitchen, why not give them a go at home? I've put pen to paper, and now a selection of my favourite easy to follow recipes from the series are available in the latest cookbook, Duncan's Thai Kitchen. Splashed with crisp, colourful photos and a few simple hints along the way, with this book you will find it easy to create your very own Thai kitchen at home. Log on to duncansthaikitchen.com to reserve your copy and view the latest in videos, photos and recipes. And don't forget to visit our Facebook page to see what's going on with other events and information. After the break, I visit one of the craziest markets I've ever seen, and I cook one of the world's most popular Thai dishes, the green chicken curry. A short drive by bus or taxi is Mae Klong, and many tourists will come here, rain or shine, to see one of Thailand's most amazing sights.
Only in Thailand they could make a market on a railway track. A little bit wet today, a bit of rain around, and it is aptly called the Umbrella Market. I just wish I had one.
The umbrella market is also known as the risky market. The tracks are lined with hundreds of market sellers with the freshest produce, vegetables, herbs, meats and fish, tofu, curry paste and spices. Delicious drinks of squeezed sugarcane on ice, palm sugar and freshly cracked coconuts. Sit down to a hot, freshly cooked meal and a trackside diner. The people are so warm and happy, welcoming you to try the huge selection of Thai dishes. But what happens next is astonishing. Throughout the day, a huge diesel train ploughs its way through the centre of the market, with steel wheels barely missing the produce on display. The market vendors must pull the produce from the track, quickly lifting up the awnings, and then stand very still as this locomotive makes its way, narrowly missing the people watching trackside. After the train has passed, the awnings drop back into position and the food is back on display within seconds. There is no wasting time when it comes to making a living in Thailand. Standing at 127 metres tall, the pagoda Phra Pathom Chedi is one of the highest in the world. The iconic Chedi stands in the very centre of Nakhon Pathom, which is said to be the place where Buddhism first came to Thailand. On the way back to Sampran, I saw this unusual snack for sale on the side of the road. I couldn't help but stop to show you.
This is one of my favourites. Sticky rice that's cooked in bamboo. All you need to do is grab one of these, peel down the edges, and then eat what's inside. Some of them have got taro root, some of them have got black bean. There's different other vegetables that they put in with the rice. This one here is black bean. Look at that. And they cook it over charcoal so that it gets a really smoky flavour. Delicious. Roadside snacks at their best. Really good stuff. I don't think there's anything more quintessentially Thai than a green curry chicken, gang kiao wan gai. Every Australian goes out and buys it at the restaurant. We love it. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to make this dish. But first, if you want to make a true, authentic Thai green chicken curry, make your own paste. So these are the ingredients over here. So we've got some galangal, some fresh baby garlic, kaffir lime skins, some long green chilies, and then we've got the hot green chilies as well. We have the lemongrass, shallot, some cumin and some coriander powder. And lastly, the salt, which will help break down the ingredients. Make sure that you put in the hardest ingredients first, such as the lemongrass and the galangal. And then you can add the rest of the ingredients and give them a good pound. And then lastly, the salt. Okay, curry paste is done. We'll leave that there for a second. Now, when you do a green curry chicken, what's really important is don't fry your curry paste in oil. What it does is it actually can burn the curry paste and it adds oil to the surface of your curry. What I like to do is fry the curry paste in some coconut milk. So we just take a few spoons of the coconut milk into the wok, and then put our curry paste into the coconut milk. What happens is there's enough fat in the coconut milk to fry the curry paste. Now, when you're cooking the curry paste, all you're really looking for is the aromatic components of the curry paste to come out, and when you can smell them, it's actually perfect at that point. Okay, a little bit more coconut milk, and then we add in our palm sugar. We have a nice soft palm sugar here, and just allow that to melt down. And then we add our pea eggplants. Pea eggplants are so unique. Go to your Asian grocer and find them. Some people in Australia use peas. They're actually wrong. This is the right thing to do. They're quite a firm vegetable, so you can put them in first to allow them to soften slightly. Then we also have here our Thai eggplants. We've cut them into quarters. We have some kaffir lime leaves. Kaffir lime leaves just broken up slightly to allow the flavours to come out into the coconut milk. And now what I'm going to do is add the rest of my coconut milk and let it all simmer away. So now we add the chicken. We're using chicken breast today. Chicken breast cooks quite quickly. If you use chicken thigh fillet, give it about 5 minutes longer than the breast. Then we add the long red chilies, just cut into 1-inch lengths. After a few minutes of cooking, the chicken breast is nearly ready. So now we just have to finish it off. We add in the Thai green basil. It's so lovely. It adds a real aroma to the dish. And then we add the fish sauce to finish it off, the nam pla. Make sure you add enough fish sauce to complement the sweetness that's in the dish as well, and that'll make sure it sits really well on the palate. And the rain's just come, perfect timing, allowed me to cook this beautiful dish as the raindrops just start to fall gently. Place it into the dish and make sure that you can see the chicken rise above the sauce. Don't drown it. And there we have it, a Thai green chicken curry, Gen Kiao Wan Gai.
On the next episode, we head to Kanchanaburi, where I cook a jungle curry pork, a fresh river prawn stir fry, and we visit the world-famous bridge over the River Kwai.
Wow.